I'm going to talk about the things I wish I knew before starting my Shopify dropshipping journey. It's been a long 4 years of highs and lows, and after generating multiple 7 figures along with losing tens of thousands of dollars, I could say I learned a thing or two. Now, whether you guys are complete beginners stepping into the dropshipping e-commerce space, or if you're already running an online business, these tips can be useful to you. What is good? My name is Andy. I'm 23 years old and I've been dropshipping for the past 4 years. I've transitioned multiple dropshipping stores into brands, and I've been working on a ton of videos to help you guys excel on your online stores. Now, one of the most important things I wish I knew when I was first starting out is that product is king. Product is probably the most important aspect of this business model, but I see time and time again people making the same mistakes that hurt them immediately from the second they start. And that's completely fine. The game is about making mistakes and learning from them, but many people get discouraged and just end up quitting, and that's exactly what I don't want you to do. A common mistake is when people take into account their personal interests when looking to sell a product or create a brand. This is definitely something you do not want to be doing for the sole reason that things that you may like won't always sell well. You'd be so surprised at the things that do in fact sell, and funny enough, half the products I've sold I'd never consider buying. But with that being said, I believe that in any business you do not need to reinvent the wheel to be successful. So picking a product that has a perfect median of not too much saturation but at the same time has been proven to sell by a competitor is a good first step into the dropshipping business model. So since there's so many things to account for, it's easy to get caught up on all these different aspects of the model that you shouldn't be too worried about until you're well established. And when I say that, I mean certain things should have more of a priority than others, such as making money. Once you have the capital, you'll be able to reinvest later, and I'm gonna brief over that right now. I see this happen a lot, but from the get-go, people think that they need to buy products in bulk for faster shipping, custom packaging, graphic designer, famous influencers that all cost an initial investment. Take a step back and realize that in this case, all you're doing is spending money when the whole goal is to make it. So since making money is the priority, your shift in focus should be picking out the best possible product, testing various marketing angles, increasing your conversion rate, things that are all gonna help you make more money. And we are so fortunate that with this business model, you really don't need to invest any money on advertising because TikTok and Instagram Reels, you don't even need to buy the product until the customer pays for it on your website. The only monetary investment is your domain, that's like 10 bucks on GoDaddy, and Shopify, which is $29 a month, but I do have a discount where you can get it for $1 per month. And if you want that link, I'll put it in the description below. Another key point I want to cover is that once you get to a certain point of business experience, you'll learn that you can't do everything within your business if you plan to grow exponentially. A lot of business owners don't want to hire people to run portions of their business because they think that no one can run the store better than themselves. So in these cases, the person outworks themselves and the amount of productivity and growth start to stagnate and slowly decline. On my brand, nearly all the people I hire are more skilled than me with more experience in that specific task. This allows me to focus on the conceptual stuff that will help my brand grow while the tedious tasks are taken care of by my team. So eliminate the tasks that take a ton of time like email support, DM support, Photoshop, graphic design, and outsource it to someone that specializes in that area to maximize your productivity. Trust me, the last thing you want to do is sit around for hours manually fulfilling orders and responding to customer emails. It's just not a good use of your time, and your time is valuable. But honestly, to be fair, when I first started, I had that I can do everything myself mentality, and for a period of time, I wasn't able to grow for that exact reason. It wasn't until I saw a YouTube video that basically stated that in order to scale your business, you need to outsource your team with virtual assistants. So I went to Fiverr and Upwork, hired a few VAs, paid them $5 an hour for very good quality work, which by the way is good standard salary in countries like Pakistan, India, and Philippines, while at the same time allowing me to focus on the more managerial tasks. This brings me to my next point, which is doing as much research as you can. Knowledge. And being wise about who you learn from. I think this is more important than ever due to all the content floating around the internet. I'm not saying that all of it's bad, but instead you should make sure that the people you are absorbing your information from are qualified e-commerce store owners. YouTube is going to be your best friend, and compared to when I started, the amount of tutorials and advice has 10x. Just bear in mind that the techniques and strategies that worked say 2-3 years ago might not be applicable in today's day as the buyer experience is constantly evolving. So whether that be videos you watch, books, courses, maybe a mentor, you need to ensure that the quality of content you are consuming is up to date and from a reliable source. The very last thing I want to touch on is some advice on people you associate yourself with. Whether you like it or not, you are a byproduct of the people you hang out with. So if you're always hanging out with losers, you're going to be a loser. And if you're hanging out with people that are ambitious and motivate you, you're gonna have that same type of mindset. One thing that I try to do as soon as I started to take things very seriously was completely eliminating the people that were negative and that I didn't gain any value from, and rather absorb as much value from those that were doing better than me or I looked up to. I stopped hanging out with my frat bros because their main priority was drinking and partying and whatnot, and I started to hang out with people within my entrepreneurship club to try and absorb as much valuable information as I could. My advice is to try and network with as many people as you can that are like-minded. You can find them at your university clubs, cafes, Instagram, whatever that may be. Try to build these connections to keep you motivated and on the right path. As you know, your network is your net worth. Make sure to have a vision in mind of where you want to be and a motive that will keep you going when things get hard, because likely they will get hard, but that builds experience and character. All right, so those are some of the important things I wish I knew when I was taking my first steps into Shopify dropshipping. I hope you guys were able to get something valuable from this video. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.